Right, so hello guys and welcome to the Christmas special 2022. And yes, Australia in the sun isn't very Christmassy, obviously, but it is what it is. So we are doing Horizon 3, 4 and 5 this year, and with a bit of a twist. So we're all going to be in cars in this game. Obviously they have to be practical and fast enough for Santa, and cool. That's the rule. Don't have to be fast, like all out quick, because at the end of the day he's going to be bombing it across country, isn't he? Or like, he's not going to be going crossroads. And anyway, Santa doesn't have speed limits. But we are all in really cool cars that are not in Horizon 5. That's the rule. So obviously there's no Christmas deliveries on these, because we can't and for time reasons. And the third member has turned up in a 1991 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Is it a 91 Jeep Grand Wagoneer? We have Sparta in a Chevrolet Super Sport, which is basically a Holden Commodore with a Chevrolet badge. Very cool car. I like this formation. And my lovely 1972 Mercedes 300 SEL 6.3. And if you have watched the anniversary series, you will know it is my favourite car in this game. Right, so first challenge is a little bit of a joke challenge because obviously we know what the outcome's going to be. It is a straight 1 mile drag race. Now, a little bit of stats for you. The Chevrolet Super Sport has a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 with 415 horsepower. I have a 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V8 which produces 300 horsepower, which isn't bad for 1972. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer, which bear in mind is 20 years younger than the Mercedes nearly, has a 5.9 litre naturally aspirated V8 with 144 horsepower, which isn't a lot. Which means that I can do 60 in about 6.5 seconds. The Chevrolet can do it in about 4.8, and the Wagoneer does it in 15.6 seconds. The Chevrolet does over 160, I do 140-ish, and the Wagoneer does a top speed of 91 in reality. Now, I don't know if that's reflected in the game, but all I'm saying is that hasn't got a Hellcat engine, so it's probably not going to beat any of our cars, because it weighs more than the planet. But this isn't going to be close in any way, but it'll be fun. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Bit of a jump, but it was a good start. And the Chevrolet's gone. Just want to see how fast it can go at the end of the day. I have a 4-speed automatic.
60.
That is 100 miles an hour. You're at 60, I'm at 100.
75.
I'm doing 120 for my 50-year-old Mercedes.
85. 86, 87, 88, 89,
36 across the line.
90, 91, 92. Yeah, okay. 93.
Right, let's go and have a top speed test, see who's actually got the highest top speed. Well, I do apologise, Grand Wagoneer, but it has to be done. It's part of the protocol of our Top Gear challenges. See which car is actually the fastest for Santa, so if you're going for outright acceleration,
turns out
the Chevrolet is the fastest.
Oh well. Clutch, just get it going.
But I'm going for a roll. Let's go, baby, go! Everybody go at the same time. The Wagoneer won't catch him anyway. Come on, Mercedes. The Chevrolet's gone. So in reality, they do about 160, 170 miles an hour-ish, something like that. I don't think they're limited like most cars. I believe the top speed of this, when it was fresh new 50 years ago, was 142. Which, let's be fair, that's not bad for a 50-year-old limo, is it? It might be a little bit more than that, but I believe it was 142 or more. because they're a little bit understated in their performance, these cars. I am doing 144 and it's still increasing. We've got 4 gears, so this is as much as it'll go. 150!
I'm just waiting it down.
Bear in mind this is 50 years old, this Mercedes. It's completely stock. It's on white walls as well, which are epic. 154, 155.
How did he get such little power out of such a massive engine? I do not know.
I know, exactly, and it was 1991, so it wasn't even like the old cars.
Third gear, finally. I've reached third gear. I've reached 100.
155, 56, come on, 57, 57, that's me maxed out, I think, 157 miles an hour.
7. I got a hill coming up, and I got a massive drop actually getting this acceleration.
You're going to be put your audio in?
Yes.
Good. 157 miles an hour, Sparta, you can come back.
Here we go, 107, 108, 109. Come on, you can do 110, there we go. 110.
I'm surprised actually, you're not doing too badly.
Yeah, back to 109, and yeah, it's just falling
the
down.
Chevrolet has arrived. It's a good looking car, that Chevrolet SS actually. So, yeah. Sparta, what did your Chevrolet do? Just drop it in the chat box for us. I'm going to guess 108. Oh, I was going to say 180. 177 for the Chevrolet, 157 for the 50-year-old Mercedes, let's not forget, and
110.
we're still waiting on the Jeep. 110 for the Jeep Grand Wagon here, which isn't that bad actually. In terms of top speed to power sort of ratio, the Jeep's actually a better one.
Brakes.
Because it's only got 140 horsepower.
Brakes are really bad on this.
Right, so now obviously the next challenge is the challenge that matters to Santa. How can he get from one festival and deliver his presents to the other festival in the fastest amount of time? So, who can get there first, basically? It's a cross-country challenge, no map, because Santa doesn't have sat-nav, because his sleigh is very old-fashioned, and if he bought these cars he probably wouldn't either. So we are going to go to... Well, we won't go from festival to festival. We'll go from the Pink Lakes, and we're going to dash cross-country as fast as possible to Byron Bay, where there may be another challenge when we get there. So, yeah, let's get there.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Jeep got a good start.
In 400 meters.
There's a lot of traction on the blue circle.
You're just going to have to go as the crow flies with your off-roader.
Well...
Oh, pig ignore it. I was wondering why Sparta was steering around something, then I realised that's what he's steering around.
In 400 meters, turn right.
I'm in the lead, I think. In the Pink Lake.
In 100 meters, turn
You
right.
cannot use the motorway, that's out of bounds, just remember that. Right, I think I know what the range for.
I don't.
100 miles an hour. Come on, Mercedes.
I can't do more than 20.
Recalculating route. In 400 meters,
70. Oh, there we go. I think that's just straight now. See, Ryan.
Yeah, but you can just hold your accelerator down and it'll just be like,
in 400 meters,
fine.
bear right.
I'm
Don't
watching.
hit the solar panels.
That's what I'm doing. Going that slow.
The solar panels. Just use coal, for God's sake. I don't know where anybody is. Look at sort of lights then, I don't know where it was.
Probably starts
See lights in the
miles
distance.
on the
meters, turn right.
Go, 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 go. 135.
Turn right.
Who's that
400
who's just gone up
meters,
that sand dune
turn
then?
left.
That's Sparta.
Recalculating route.
You're
Might not be
messing.
far
Why is
from
that
me. I'm in the sand dunes as well, so...
Why that happened?
In 400 meters, turn right.
I know where I want to go.
Sparta's in the lead. I can't see because it's pitch black.
In 400 meters, turn sharp right.
Alright, on some road now.
Don't know where Sparta's gone. Go to daytime, please. I think I know where I am. Hopefully the way I want to go.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Oh, you legend, Danny. That's what I wanted.
In 100 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, bear right. Keep right.
I don't need to turn
Not
around
far
yet.
now. Come on, Mercedes.
I mean, I'm not far, but it's not close.
In 400 meters, turn left. Recalculating route. In 100 meters, turn left.
Right, I'm at the festival. I don't know if
Right.
Sparta's already here. Or if Julian's already here. I don't
I'm
know.
not. I'm like 5 miles away.
I believe nobody is here.
I can't be too far.
Oh, that was close.
What?
Sparta's just arrived after me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be not far. I'm only down the Great Ocean Road.
We won't wait outside the festival.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Alright, oh my god, you're coming in very slowly.
I'm only doing 85. I can't go any faster. I can't even reach 90, for Christ's sake. Shut up,
There
Hannah.
he is. Sparta's in the festival. I'm behind you. Come here. Right, so we will now choose which of these cars is, in our opinion, best for Santa.
Not mine. It's not fast enough. Now,
The Mercedes is 50 years old, so it's not as fast as the Chevrolet. But it did actually win the No Map Challenge, which for me is the most important because that's the thing Santa wants. Is for his car to be as fast as possible across country, because that's what he does, is delivering the presents from one place to another, and it needs to be as fast to get there as possible. So for me, the Mercedes, but then I'm a bit biased because I have an obsession with it anyway, so.
it's probably than that then, so this isn't it. It's not fast at all.
I do love the Grand Wagoneer though. So yeah, the Mercedes is best, winning 2 votes. I don't know if Sparta votes that as well. I assume he wants the Chevrolet. But yeah, the best car for Santa in Horizon 3 is the Mercedes-Benz 300 STL 6.3. Now to Horizon 4.
My
We
headset's
are in
being
Horizon
annoying.
4 for the next part of the challenge with you and Squeaky Chair. And we have all got Italian cars that are practical and fast, so that was, well, sort of done. So we're going to just do a dead short drag race. Now obviously I'm going to lose because I'm in a Lancia Delta, so. Just waiting on the Ferrari. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Good launch.
Bloody hell, that Alpha squeaked. And this is stock.
Now, I will say one thing. From where I was, the Alpha was catching the Ferrari.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Even though it's
definitely
completely
stop.
pointless, we will do a top speed test. Right, to where we usually go to on that bridge. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I'll go together. 3, 2, 1, go. Good launch. God, it takes off well. Bye, guys.
Bye. Come on. There is no reason for this to be this quick.
Quick, yeah.
That is 200
It's
kilometers.
too fast.
Here to golf.
Like you're leaving a,
Instead of
a
gear,
Miles,
160 miles
speedos,
an
and
hour.
kph.
like you're leaving a sub
170.
sports is living behind.
200 kilometers an hour.
180. One 186. 187.
20 kilometers an hour.
188. Okay.
230 kilometers an hour.
And it's just that how quick that alpha is. I'm surprised you didn't use the 8C. Like I know I've gone for
Needed practical cars.
technically you could lob the password to out one another.
Well, Santa needs spur doors for his elves and a big boot, so... well,
That's fair, and he doesn't want to own an alpha pre-2016. So
I mean, I would... the only alpha I would own is pre-2016, let's be honest. The alpha I want to buy with my own money.
What?
156 GTA. Good looking
Yes.
car, that. Fantastic engine.
My dad actually had an original 156. He had a 2000. No, he had a 99 twin spark.
210.
What? For a Stelvio?
No,
That was what Spot said.
For Ferrari.
Oh, I was going to say, flipping heck. I did 145. Oh, yes.
Come on, Nancy Gambling.
Cool. I did 186 miles an hour.
Well,
Pretty fast.
I beat out the spots now. I got 188
Ooh,
in this.
close to being them two.
A brick.
Right,
Quite a
now obviously
curvy
the most
brick.
important challenge
Actually, quite a sexy
isn't
brick.
Who
outright
wants to
speed
brick?
at the end of the day. We proved this in Horizon 3 challenge, where my 50-year-old rear-wheel drive Mercedes beat the much more powerful cars. Well, actually,
Well, mine was not powerful.
It beat-
5.9
it beat the much newer-
45 horsepower.
it beat the Chevrolet Supersport in a custom challenge because at the end of the day, the Alpha may suddenly, not the Alpha, the Lancia may suddenly come good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we going
If it doesn't
from?
break down. Right, ready?
I don't. As I will ever be, I already know the route to go.
2, 1, go.
Turn
That was a
around
really bad
when it is
start.
safe to do so.
I did a barrel roll, continue. I don't
Take a check on that.
Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Or is it? Is it the thingy? First house. Wait.
No,
Is
it's
it-
the player's house. The player's house.
Yeah, the first player's house. Yeah, that's the one.
400 meters. Turn sharp.
Oh, tree!
Bit of a mind blank.
Come on, Lancia, that's fun, baby.
See what might as well actually never make the same rally car.
Woof.
Woof woof. All they do is woof woof.
Meow. Sorry. So how the cars open with your end?
In 400
Perfectly
meters,
fine.
turn right.
just on the road anyway. It's not like there's.
This was possibly one of the
Turn
most
right.
successful rally cars of all time. So
It is the most successful rally car of all time.
Recalculating
Hitting
route.
our tree. On the road.
Come on.
does this game have to be a flipping swine? What's the point in that? I bet we puts me back to a road now. I'm last now. Doesn't have to do that.
In
Just realised I
400
got my
meters,
map on.
turn right.
I had mine already turned off.
I forgot to turn it off, but at the end of the day I've not been looking at it, so...
Turn right.
I think I forgot to turn mine back on from last time I played this game.
Recalculating route.
The heater in my Maserati's broken.
I'm gonna hit that tractor then. Yeah, look at it. And then we just smack straight on into the legacy. I have no idea where everyone is.
I'm completely lost. I don't know where I am.
I've just gone a really long way. We really didn't need to.
I'm raising my
Guess me flying
Sparta.
from the session. That's might be close, you know.
The youth Sparta.
Turn. On the road.
Me and Sparta are in that small village.
I give up.
Turn.
In 400 meters,
Go!
turn right.
Back down here.
Turn right.
I've given
Back to
up.
Maserati.
In 100 meters,
Yeah, there you go.
turn left.
You've given up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Ferrari's really special.
Where is the...
Recalculating route. In 200 meters, turn left. In 100 meters,
No.
turn right.
Oh, we're doing it again.
We're doing it again. Do you want us to
Yeah,
get
because
installed?
No. Just what this game needs to do is get rid of all the trees that are not needed.
Right, back to the start then.
Just cut them
Rerun.
down in this. No, we'll go in from here.
Oh, where are we going to then?
Back the other way.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
I'm not going away because that's like really long.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
You ready?
Yeah.
No. 3, 2, 1, go.
I hardly started in first minute.
Sparta, come on!
Oh well, he's got a Ferrari, he's got like he's in the slope.
Recalculating
A
route.
tree.
In 400 meters, turn left.
God, that was close. Still got my map on, but I'm allowed because I've got no power.
I just know where I'm going.
The problem is, the map doesn't tell you where all the big fat trees are that should be smashable.
No.
Already Sparta's Spark has kept up.
Guarantee if I drive a Lancia into a tree, the Lancia will win.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Oh, good luck with her there.
Recalculating route.
I can just see Ewan and Sparks like accelerate.
Yeah.
I'm doing a total not like you two are doing the
That's
total.
a tree.
Hey.
Sort of had a brain for that moment then. I wanted to go straight on, but that's another tree.
How can hitting the traffic car slow you down that much?
400 meters. Turn left.
Game's utter pathetic.
Get onto the road.
Physics. If you cross country to the Lancia Delta, I can guarantee it would beat a Ferrari.
Why is there a bloody transit van there? Yeah, there's that from Benjamin's. I'm going that way. Okay, it's just flat open ground, I know that.
In 400
Over there.
meters, turn sharp right. In 400 meters, turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Recalculating route.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win this one
In
again.
400 meters, turn right.
Don't do that, that is.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Come on. Could be worse, could be the bloody Levante. That's absolutely atrocious. Ugh, this thing is just too fast. Yeah.
I'd have beaten the Maserati, so I'd have actually been second if I wouldn't have hit that rock. And I believe I'm not last.
No, you're not.
Turn around when it is safe
So
to
I
do
would have
so.
beaten the Maserati if I wouldn't have hit that rock, so I'm going to take second, technically.
What?
I make the rules all the time.
You made the rules.
It's just a rock that was there for no apparent reason, I don't know why. I bet you if I went to this mountain in Scotland, there wouldn't be a rock there.
Bet you there isn't a mountain in Scotland like this.
Exactly.
Oh well. Is it over
Right,
to
is
the...
it 2 Horizon 5?
Yeah.
Let's go. Ah, Ewan is on my map now, thank God.
Yeah, I see.
Don't even know, I have no idea what car is in.
A big SUV.
He's
just
in,
like in every
he's,
other time.
he's in an A1. He's in an A110. He's in a Land Rover.
Ah, the DBX has arrived.
So we got a Land Rover.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
So we got a Land Rover, DBX, an Arsenal, and a Lambo
Oh.
70s.
I was going to go in the
This was
Ford
Lambo next to
Bronco,
me.
but Stu was already 4 days, so I decided not to.
How much price is that Land Rover
Right.
again?
Like,
So,
just under 400.
we have
and it weighs a ton, so...
395 in the Land Rover, meaning 0-60 in 5.8 seconds-ish,
Just
and
about,
top speed of 119 miles an hour in reality. The Lambo has a 350 horsepower, 3.9 litre V12. That's putting around a top speed of 160-ish, 0-60 in around 6 seconds. I've got 2.9 litre twin turbo V6, 444 horsepower, 174 mile top end. In reality, with the RS package on, and 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. The Aston is the fastest top end in reality with 181, thanks to a 4 litre twin turbo V8 with 540.
And then we got that.
But the biggest engine in the lineup is the 6.7 litre twin turbocharged V8 diesel engine.
It's a diesel, that's the
Ford
thing.
F450
It's a diesel.
Super Duty. But it's only got 410, I think, horsepower, something like that. But obviously it's massive, so.
It's probably the biggest of it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Biggest threat to me is that DBX.
The worst launch.
I reckon you're going to win this, because
I'm pulling. Come on, RS4. 135. I'm
40.
pulling, baby. I'm finally in the lead in one of these challenges. I've lost every single drag race.
That's because you picked a terrible car.
That's because I've had the slower cars, but I finally got the first one.
Oh, that like. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, the Lambo actually beat the Land Rover. Right, now for the fun one. The top speed test. Oh yes.
I
The
reckon
Lambo
the
might
Audi.
suddenly become good. 3, 2, 1, go.
They got a decent
Lambo
start.
doesn't do much.
I wasn't going to accelerate hard because of the loose spin.
Oh, I'm going to catch that out into the one.
100. Well, so bear in mind the Aston has the highest top speed out of all of us in reality, so. But this obviously the Audi is de-restricted from its 174 in this
I'm going
game.
to go about 190 miles an hour.
I am doing 170, and I've just gone into 7th, and I've got another gear, but obviously it doesn't use 8 because it's a cruising gear. 174 miles an hour is gone.
Why not say hello to the other drivers whilst you
I
wait?
think I'm still pulling.
I'm doing 170.
If you know your kilometre per hours, I am doing nearly 300.
About 180 miles an hour.
It's 186 exactly.
You have arrived at your destination.
But I'm still pulling. This is quick now.
And yet you only have
Wait.
400 horsepower.
I've got 444. 192 is indicated on my electronic speedo.
I'm doing
I'm not going
175.
the downhill bit yet.
I should have been last. Switch up to this.
194 on my Audi. Stop flicking through the menus, I can't see me top speed. 202.
Oh,
Beat that,
fucking transit
people.
fucked me over. For God's sake!
That is not going to get beaten.
183 miles an hour by the DBX. It's basically the same top speed in real life.
202 for the Audi RS4.
You went 30
It
miles
would
an hour
not be
quicker.
capable of that in
You went
reality. with the
30
de-restricted.
miles an hour quicker.
It wouldn't even de-restricted. It wouldn't be able to do 202 in reality. It'd probably do about 180 or 180 something. So
100.
yeah, but let's be honest. 183 for a big heavy Aston Martin SUV is not bad.
What did the Range Rover get?
Oh, the Land Rover's here.
Hello.
What did the Range Rover get?
I really think that just looks something.
150. What about the Lambo?
155 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm just getting 155.
What's the Lambo doing?
166.
The juicy's gear. Brakes just okay, so that's again. Second for me.
What did the Super Duty get?
133.
Actually, that's not that bad.
I mean, a
Super Duty, come over here.
8-ton truck. Oh, they drove it. He fell down the hill.
I can't get up.
The
Popcorn.
Super Duty to shut up.
Diesel.
Now it's stuck.
It's good to turn around, yeah. And then doing that. Hold on. There you go.
How's the watch your build down? Let's just do it from down there, the two cars get on.
Yeah, I can't go up the hill.
Just do it down there.
Yes.
The watch your here. Should we get the level edge up? The Audi did it! Now I'm going to move over from my location, so I'm heading right into it.
Your dog's still barking. Are you ready, guys? Lambo, obviously, you can just start from down there.
Okay.
Don't start off until we come to you, though. As soon as you see our noses dip over, you can start setting up.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Get off Super Duty.
You can go now, Sparta. Whee!
I just got hit by this.
Turn left.
That's alright.
I know.
I think the F450 and the DBX will do very well in this challenge.
Turn left.
Over here, rock. Yeah, I've seen it.
I've got it as well power. Sorry.
You stay on.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh, okay, I think you're wrong.
Doing a million.
Turn that way, turn that way.
I just jumped over about 100 trees and then hit a tree.
180.
Maybe I should have picked
Oh my god.
Maybe I should have
Doing
picked the car that
208, 9.
Recalculating route.
I'm doing a million. This is fast now. Can't use the motorway, obviously.
200 meters.
That was
Turn
fast.
left.
I'm already down the mountain.
Out of the
I
water.
have to respawn. I'm stuck on a tree.
Back up.
Go, go, go. That was fast.
Can't see him.
140,
I can see a ramp.
and I'm on the road.
From this, I'm completely fully on
150. Come on, this is first now. I don't know if I'm really far ahead or really far behind, but I don't see how I could be behind when I did 209 mile an hour down the side of the
You went
mountain.
faster down the side of the mountain than you did on the road.
Than I did in a straight line, exactly.
Hitting the tree. Especially just gonna be me hitting trees.
Well, that
Super Duty, you should be alright. And the rain.
Yeah, renting's fine. There's the one. Yeah, I can see that, so it's not too far ahead, but I don't think
all
I'll be
that speed I
catching
made
any
up
time
5
soon.
laps an hour.
Let's get away from it.
Spartan's just passed me.
See, right.
I'm doing 110, 120.
You're doing 150 off-road.
400 meters.
See, I'm not, so you're probably going to be gaining on me, which is annoying. I was doing 150 off road, but unfortunately the car decided to...
You were going to
go.
209 off. No, 250.
I was at one point. But that lead that I
The next Horizon
Sort of
arcade event will
had,
begin any
I
minute
no longer
now.
have.
Enjoy.
Who's that in front of me there?
That's
Turn
me.
around when it is safe to do so.
DBX supremacy.
Might be me as well, I might be wrong. Oh no, 85 ahead of me as well.
Yee.
Are you using
Why
the
don't you take-
motorway?
Keep
No.
the motorway.
Raptor, you're not allowed to use the motorway.
I didn't use the motorway, I just crossed
Turn
it.
around when it is safe to do so.
We're enough speed you're able to clear it.
In 400 meters.
Hello, there's an
turn
Audi.
right.
I'm actually going underneath the motorway.
200 meters.
Ow,
Turn
century.
right.
I'm
That was
passing
fast.
Sparta! I'm passing Sparta! Come on!
I ain't getting anywhere near.
Bailing out.
Giant. Tilted from the bar.
Recalculating route.
Yeah, I'm not catching.
In 200 meters. Turn left.
Must have get incredible luck here.
In 400 meters. Turn
Don't hit
right.
tree, don't hit tree, don't hit tree.
Oh, shit, like,
Turn
This
left.
is well effing deserved,
Turn
Audi.
right. Turn around.
And across the
when it is
line.
safe to do so.
Yeah.
I'm a bit stuck there. It was close between me and the Astid. I'm sort of stuck on the bench.
Trees,
but,
trees, trees.
Do you get a bit of a push?
I might have gone through.
There you
okay.
go.
Audi is the winner!
And
This
I
is
was
such a good
about
turn.
2 seconds behind you.
You was actually less than that. It's probably about a second and a half. It's very, very close.
There's the Super Duty and a Spa.
Where's
Trees.
the Land Rover? Has
Trees,
Land Rover arrived?
trees, trees. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
James, trees, 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 trees. James, trees, trees.
trees, trees. Oh,
Here comes the Land Rover.
Don't hit me! He didn't.
Where's the Spider?
I'm going.
We're waiting here for 20 years.
Oh. Straight 6 Land Rover has arrived.
What is a V8?
Straight 6.
I thought it was a V6.
I'm sure the straight 6s. Could be a V. No, it is a V6. Is it a V6?
It's a V6 and V8.
Pretty sure it's a V6
I'm
turbo
sure.
diesel.
Oh, the
I'm
Espada
sure
came
that
first.
they
The
use
Espada
straight.
next.
Ow.
And the
I swear I was
Oh,
off the
God.
brakes. I was.
I know.
Maybe. Who knows?
I know we had the same
One never knows
problem.
anymore.
Oh, did you do-
And the Super Duty has. Come on, numbers.
We've just wrecked a £200,000 Aston Martin.
It's true.
It's a fact that Super Duties probably didn't even get affected by
Keep
that
that up.
crash. He's trying to
Right.
do a burnout.
Back the
La
other way.
Cabana.
We're going to Le Cabano.
Turn around when it is
so-
safe to do
Cabana.
so.
Hopefully the Audi can go for a 2-0 victory.
We're going all the way to like,
Cabana, yeah.
God. So that means you can't use the motor.
No.
You can use the motor.
Stop. Nobody's allowed to use the motorway.
You used the motor.
Are you ready? No, I didn't.
I saw you racing on
I
the
did as
motorway.
well.
To be fair, I did hit a tree at like 200 miles an hour, so I went 200 to 0. So I sort of needed to make that
Oh, well.
speed again. Right, nobody's allowed to use the motorway. 3,
Thank
2,
you.
1, go. Yeah.
Go. Why didn't it go?
Move out of the way. Super Duty.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Audi is using its water power to its needs.
Turn sharp left.
Hard to get the bleeding way.
Recalculate.
The big green bar to my way.
400 meters.
It's a
Turn
tree
right.
already.
It's the F-150.
Yes, the RS4 is through!
Out of the way. Excuse me.
Turn left.
I've been sensible, gone around the trees.
Yeah, it's a very sensible option. I'm through anyway. I am officially through. I can hear
Nah,
it
it's just
being-
open field.
Pick off, Aston.
It's so close between me and yes.
400 meters. Turn left.
I want to follow right.
Right, into 6.
Oh, how sick.
Oh god, this is the motorway.
Well, we didn't notice that. That's why I was following you. This hurts. Ow.
Come on,
Do
Audi.
you
Come
guys
on, baby.
go around?
Why are you still on the motorway?
We're not on
We
the
went over
motorway.
the motorway.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
That Audi is right.
God, it's quick.
200 meters.
Yes, if you have the option to buy an Audi RS4, it's going to be excellent.
Come on, man,
I don't
drive.
know, it's
I'd have an
I like it,
RS7.
I'm on that as well.
I'd have an RS7.
Sorry,
Or an RS6.
400 meters. Turn left. 200 meters, turn right.
See ya.
In 100 meters,
For you
turn
guys.
right. In 400 meters, turn left.
Come on. You're invisible distance.
The R4 has crashed!
I was nowhere near that tree, I will say that.
That's still going.
The DBX has crashed.
Oh, that's still going.
You're first car, didn't you?
That's a house.
Oh, that's great.
Just do it. How much is that Audi weigh?
Come on. About 1,800 kilos.
So you weigh what,
About
400 kilos?
2.2.
You weigh like
Yeah, I'm probably about 400 kilos lighter, but still quite a heavy car. 160. Don't block me, Aston. Don't
Make
be
up time
evil
on the
like
street.
that.
Burning straight on mid-road.
In 400
You
meters,
I can see you.
turn right.
Well, I'm not gaining. I'm not gaining, though, so...
Turn right.
yeah, it is approaching.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
How is
Safe
this
for you to
happening?
drive.
I know, I hate you.
Turn left.
Oh, don't do. This is pathetic. I'm stuck.
In
Where
400
it goes.
meters, turn right.
I'm stuck on the racetrack. I can't get off.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I'm stuck.
You know,
In 200 meters, turn
Well, I've
right.
officially lost that now. I'm gonna get second.
I thought you were actually physically stuck, right?
I was physically stuck. Couldn't get off. Just spent 5 minutes trying to negotiate around the racetrack.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I'm probably gonna get last now.
No, you're still ahead.
Oh, I
Well, you
can't-
were ahead of me briefly.
I turned off
nothing
to give you
for
a
it.
hand, but I didn't actually realise that you
Almost,
won for
this
yourself.
is just there's a lot of speed now.
Shit, they're out. Oh god, they're out. This goal.
Done. And the Aston has arrived.
I count that as purpose. First for the Aston. Second.
Come on.
Ah, fucking Raptor cut me off.
Technically, I was first.
Yeah.
No, not you, Raptor,
Technically, you cheated.
Who know? How do you know?
Because you
You
were
never know.
behind me and then you ended up in front of me. Clearly, you teleported. So it's first place for the. Yeah, so it's one for the DBX.
Shit.
And. Two?
Well, I'm
Three.
taking second then.
Three for the Audi, one for the DBX.
I'm taking second, but I should
Yes,
have
we're
been
just gonna
first.
finish before we like got completely stuck.
So next time, because we usually do upgrades on the station.
I don't
Third
know
place
what
for
I'm
the
going.
Aston. Third place for
Right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
In 400 meters, turn right.
The speed. The speed.
Turn right.
Shut up, Anna.
Turn
No,
around
nothing.
when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
I know more about sat-nav than Google Maps does.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Oh god, what's happened?
Oh god, I didn't realise that was there.
Where we go?
To the
It's the edge.
The full mile. But the little hangar bit.
400 meters.
Oh, I'm gonna be lost because it's not loaded.
There's people behind me following me.
I'm not going to turn.
Right over there. Sort of missed it. But it is what it is.
It really is not going to be a perfect goal.
Don't do. Why does the game do that? What's the point?
I don't know.
The car landed on all 4 wheels. For God's sake!
Did it
I hate
flip
this.
over?
Utter crap. Utter diabolical piece of crap invented by people who've got no brain cells whatsoever.
You can say I'm just look at starting.
I might be with the way I'm going. Man's got a plan. Man's gonna stick to it. Now I'm gonna
To get that speed up on.
I know what you're doing, you know, that's actually quite what you're doing. Unfortunately, I can't follow you because I'm in my car, so.
In
Good luck.
100 meters, turn right.
Yeah.
How far Raptor is ahead is unbelievable. I'm probably like last now.
I wouldn't say so.
I'll just follow the beach.
Swine, come on.
It's just a matter of getting
And
over
because
this.
it's so poor that you can't get past the rocks, so you end up having to go into them.
I have
That's
to.
where I'm going. We're 4.1 kilometres away from somewhere that's about 2 minutes in a car from the mountain on the road.
In 400 meters,
So I don't know where I am.
turn right.
Could take the bridge, but
Oh, Brian, you're
not in a
well.
good time.
In 200
You're well
meters,
ahead of me as well.
turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Raptor's already there. Wow.
Turn right.
That's even actually something.
To be honest, if I wouldn't have hit them rocks or any trees or anything, still probably wouldn't have
Alright.
been Raptor.
Come on. We'll be able to get to the end of the one
Where's
mile
the
before I get to the
effing runway? Where the hell is the runway? My god.
200 meters, turn left.
to the hangar at the end.
Come on,
on.
Lambo. Stretch your legs. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on.
100 meters,
Mine's gonna be
turn
there.
left.
Yeah.
Pig off Land Rover.
Where's the entrance now, right?
Going.
That was quite a lot closer than the previous race.
Yeah.
Apart from the Aston won by a long way.
No, I'm not going
Ow.
to count the win, so that's fine.
Did you fast travel?
Yeah, because I started late.
Oh, okay. Right, so the Audi one...
Defend
Right,
us.
that'll do for us. That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do, Donk. Yeah, that'll do. Thank you all for watching the Christmas special 2023. We will see you in the new year for some more stuff. But there's going to be a channel revamp, etc. There'll be videos on what's happening going forward next year. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Have a great Christmas, and we will see you very soon for more challenges and gaming videos and other bits of content as well, because they're fun. But which is a bit of a crazy Christmas special, but the Audi's cool. I do like this. It was a good choice actually for me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
Go.